Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Speaking of Cook, he continues to be a workhorse in the Minnesota backfield. More evidence of that in Week 7 against the Lions. 25 carries, a league-high 142 yards, 2 more touchdowns, give him 8 on the year. In fact, he leads the NFL in both rushing yards and touchdown runs. The throw over the middle, taken in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They run again on first down. Cook. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Out. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. The first down carry by Elliott. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run. Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ready? Check, watch the before. Who's off horses?
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And Diggs has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On 1st and 10, Cousins under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Back.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Well, with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
Okay, partner, let's mix things up a bit. This is something that's been a staple of morning television programs for a long time. Let's bring it to Madden, some power rankings. Give me your top 5 through 7 weeks.
All right, I'll start with number 5, and that's the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, he can throw it as well as run it, but his running, that's so exciting. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Looks like Aaron Rodgers and his head coach Matt LaFleur, looks like they're in sync, and the Packers are playing awfully well right now. Number 3, San Francisco. Their defense built to travel. They can play anywhere and take on anyone, and they run the ball on offense. Number 2, New Orleans. They've survived without Drew Brees. In fact, they've flourished with Teddy Bridgewater, and their defense, vastly underrated, one of the top 3 in the league. And last but not least, shocker, New England. And I did think about putting New Orleans ahead of New England, but New England's defense is the best in the league. And Tom Brady on the other side, they still reign supreme.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Elliott. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
And how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, I got the best of both worlds.
Kill. 27. 26.
On second and 11 now. Prescott. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 34. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now on second and 16, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. 1-8.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, 26 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
This receiver is dangerous no matter what route you call for him. But what drives defensive coordinators crazy in preparing for him? The short catches that he turns into long runs and ends up in the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. Prescott now feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I can't believe they even...
Final play of the half, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check right.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Out
of the gun. Here's Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 40.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I'm on. Go to 54.
Again, it's Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, it's Elliott, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Down. 3 touchdown passes now.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on the jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers birding my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Mickey know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wait, set. 53. 59. Check back. Check back.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Caught by the tight end Watson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. They find some open field here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, 44 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue, explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Hey, 6-6, pull it high.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. It's John Simon with a sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A former star at nearby Georgia, this is Sony Michel. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On 2nd down, Michel.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Wait, that's 380. Check my 45. All day, baby, all day. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Then we'll west.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Brady gives to Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check. Hey, express. Check. Hey, Foxtrot.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back 25. We'll hold this. Check 15. Check.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Yeah. Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the big skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me, cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. There's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up
with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Now the roof.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw is Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. 12
yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 17 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Patsy. Check. Check. Under 10. Recon, 132 fighter. You're good. Line 4, ready. Alert 3.
Here's Breeze to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Easy opposite.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Now it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ingram again, a first down carry. Ingram's got the first down and more, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Mike. Cut.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Here we go.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 41 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
It's caught. Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Check 24. Check 24. We go 21.
Breeze now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
11. Hey, Delta.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. Oh, look at that hurdle, and now some room to run.
They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 4th down now after a loss of 2. 4th down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Opposite. You kill.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the whip. Come on.
Breeze now. Looking long for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Thomas, the intended target. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that is going to be a safety. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Punching it in from a yard away as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they looking for again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Well, earlier, Charles, we looked at some of the Week 8 games that were intriguing. How about some Week 8 games where you've got a team that really needs a win? And I was thinking about the Chargers at Chicago and Cleveland at New England. You feel like the Chargers in Cleveland need to find a way to get a victory.
I think you're exactly right, and the Chargers' chances are really slipping away. Chicago, you ought to throw in there as well at 3-3 and struggling on offense. They say they know they need to run the ball more. They absolutely must run the ball more. But Cleveland and New England, for me, with
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now Kamara. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Toss play, Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Ravens 27, Saints 15. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Demario Davis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd down, Jackson being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
27, Saints 15.
Let's go now. 3, 6 yards. Mike, gotta do better. Come on, go.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Jackson forced out to his left. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that,
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
on second down. Here's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Ravens on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
56.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Play action. It's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
0-2.
Here's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Breeze now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. Thomas has got it, complete, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. He'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So the clock shows 55 seconds to play as they line up for a critical onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53, Mike, 53. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Check it back. 22, check, over. 22, check, over.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here's Jackson. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, tight.
This time Jackson will throw it. Buying time to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.